Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems out of this book here, data sufficiency problems, that is, out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, 12th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you're going to find on page number 274, page 274, data sufficiency question, number 23. Let's take a look at it, number 23. It says, the profit from a sale of certain appliance increases, though not proportionally with the number of units sold. What they meant to say is not strictly proportionally. In other words, what they're trying to tell you is that just because you made $2 on first appliance does not necessarily mean that when you sell the second appliance, your total profit is going to be $4. And when you sell the third appliance, it doesn't necessarily mean the total profit is going to be $6. What it does mean is that the more appliances you sell, the more profit you're going to have. That's what they mean by though not proportionally. What they meant to say is though not strictly proportionally is what they meant to say. And if you still do not know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the video that I just finished taping for number 20. For data sufficiency, number 20. Go back and watch the video on question number 20, in which I talk about what it means for two things to be proportional and what it means to be strictly proportional. Here they actually mean to say strictly proportional, though not strictly proportional is what they meant to say. But don't make too much fuss about it. What they're trying to say here is that the more appliances you sell, the more profit you will have. But that amount of profit that you make for each additional appliance, your marginal profit, in other words, it's not constant. The question simply is, did the profit exceed $4 million on a sale of $380,000? Was profit greater than $4 million when n equals 380,000 units? That's the question. Let's see the first statement. Let's see what the first statement tells us. And before we actually do any work, since this is a data sufficiency problem, let's put it here: A, D, B, C, E. A, D, B, C, E. And again, if you do not know what I'm talking about and what I'm doing here, go back and watch the introduction. You will know what I'm talking about. The first statement tells us that the profit exceeded $2 million on a sale of 200,000. Profit exceeded $2 million when n was 200,000. What does that tell me? Can based on that, can we answer whether or not they made more than $4 million per dollar in profit when they sold 380,000 units? No, we cannot. No, we cannot. They may have made more than 4 million. They may have made less than 4 million. We know what the average profit is, profit per unit, which is they made a profit of over 2 million on 200,000 units. So we know that they're making on average little over, well, not necessarily little over, but we do know that they're making a profit of over $10,000 per unit. But how much more than $10,000 per unit, we do not know. And besides that, as I told you, It's not strictly proportional. The profit does not go up by the same increment each time you sell each additional unit. So we cannot tell whether or not they made a profit of $2 million when they sold $200,000. We cannot tell whether or not they made a profit of $4 million when they sold $380,000 based on the fact that they made profit of more than $2 million when they sold 200,000 units. This is a useless information. First statement by itself is not useful, which tells me that the answer cannot be A or D. Let's see what the second statement tells me. Second statement tells me that the profit exceeded 5 million when N was 350,000. Well, there you go. Now that is useful. That is useful because we are told that the profit is proportional to the number of units sold, which is the profit from the sale of certain appliances increases with the number of units sold. And if this part, though not proportionally, if that part confuses you, cross it out. Because I'm trying to make a distinction between strict proportionality and just proportional, and they're not. They're using the word terminology. They're using the term proportionally very loosely. What they mean by proportionally is strictly proportionally. They do not say that here. A mathematician would not like that. So if you do not like those three words, though not proportionally, if you do not like those three words, though not proportionally, just cross them out and just ignore them. So this is how it reads. It says the profit from the sale of certain appliance increases with the number of units sold, which makes sense. Common sense. The more you sell, the more profit you make. Of course. That's all. So, is the second statement enough for me to answer with certainty whether or not they made more than $4 million in profit on a sale of 380,000 units? The answer is yes, because you just told me that we made well over $5 million on 350,000 units. Well, if you already made more than $5 million on a sale of 350,000 units, and you also told me that each time you sell a unit, your profit goes up. Well, that tells me that you must have made more than 4 million. As a matter of fact, more than 5 million on a $380,000, because you already made $5 million profit on 350,000 units. So of course, if you sell more than 350,000 units, you're going to make profit even more than 5 million. So of course, the answer, can we answer this question? The answer is yes. Yes, we can answer it, and the answer is yes. Did they make a profit of more than $4 million on a sale of 380,000 units? The answer is yes, they did make a profit of more than 4 million on a sale of 380,000 units, because we know that they have already made a sale of 5 million on a sale of just 350,000 units. So on a 380,000 unit, they must make a profit even higher than this. That's all. The second statement by itself is enough. The answer is B. That's all. There's not much to do here. There's not much in terms of mathematical solution that you need to do here, or to set up anything. You just have to think logically. That's all it is. The answer is B. That's all. I hope you found it helpful, but the first statement is not helpful. First statement does not take us anywhere. Just knowing that the profit was more than 2 million on 200,000 units does not tell me that the profit is going to be more than 4 million on a sale of 380,000 units. It may be more than 4 million, it may not be less than 4 million. We do not know. We do not know. I hope you found it helpful. If you wish to get hold of me for personal private tutoring, I do one-to-one tutoring, face-to-face tutoring that is. I also tutor over the internet via Skype, and I do tutoring over the telephone. If there is anything at all that I can help you with in your preparation for GMAT, go to my website at www.for4gmat.com and send me an email. Or you can go to www.keshwaniprep.com and send me an email. Alright? Thanks.